Guys, need to listen to this one. The debt is getting out of control. And I'm not talking about the US debt, it's yours. Next. Yes, it is going to be tiring here to continue to tell people to get out of debt. But I know a lot of you out there are taking second, third, fourth jobs. It's showing up in the job numbers, just no one wants to talk about it. There's not enough full-time jobs out there, but the debt keeps going up and inflation is going to go back up as we know it now. All next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, boom, boom. I'm gonna give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Now, my God, we're gonna go jump into this. I've said this 100 times. I keep seeing influencers, actually not influencers. I keep seeing people on TikTok or wherever, for the past 18 months that the housing market's gonna crash. Do I think it's going to crash? No. Last year at this time, what happened? It slowed down. Why? Because interest rates topped out for 2022 in October, the end of October and the beginning of November. It did it last year. And then what happened? Just as a slow season in real estate happens, the second it goes from there, boom, January, rates kind of fell down a little bit and the housing market took off. Guess what's going to happen this year? Looks like we're going to go for the repeat. And this is what we continue to see out there. It says Compass CEO, this is CNBC, this is today. Compass CEO, not enough real estate inventory in the overall market. Okay, this is constantly happening over and over. People are telling you that there's not inventory. And the inventory that's out there, like I said yesterday, I am boots on the ground. I'm the guy out there that is telling you and seeing with my eyes what's happening. Like I said, last weekend and the weekend before last and the weekend before last, every time I show homes, every house is vacant. Well, what does that mean? That means some type of investor rolled in there. And I'm not talking vacant like Zillow bought it or Redfin bought it or Open Door bought it. None of those. It's all investors that are selling off either their rental properties or it is people that have held on to their house and now they've already moved out of this state or moved into a different property and have now felt that it's better to sell a property vacant than it does rather it have occupied and have all their stuff in it. So with that being said, that's why I think we're seeing that there's not enough inventory out there and it's all vacant because anyone that owns their home and have a 2 or 3% interest rate isn't selling. All right, guys, let's jump to the Kobesi ladder. This is what's really scaring me out here. And I've made this a point now for 2 years and I can't say it enough. Credit card debt will take you out and it will take you out hard. And if you're using your credit cards, please, using your credit cards to stay alive, to make the monthly bills, please look at all options outside of credit card debt. Okay, so let's go over what's happening with the United States. Of course, Joey B up there saying everyone's fine and everyone's employed and everyone's got money and blah, blah, blah. I call BS. He knows it's BS. I don't even know if he knows what he's talking about. He's just reading off a teleprompter, off somebody else's words. So let's go over this. Kobesi letter off of X. It says just in, total credit card debt in U.S. rises $48 billion in Q3 of 2023. Are you kidding me? $48 billion of credit card debt was added in 2023 Q3. Guys, that is a crazy number. And it says to a record $1.08 trillion in credit card debt. I'm surprised the credit card companies are even giving out new debt if they're not rolling back some of your credit lines. I would be surprised. It says this means the total credit card debt is up $400 billion since 2013 and $300 billion since 2020. Oh my God. 30% of this debt is just in the last 2.5, 3 years. I don't know what to say. If you are young and you're not being taught by your parents what credit card debt is, and you're making the same mistakes that a lot of us boomers did, or anybody else in the generations after us, then you're just going to go into the same windy spiral down and ruin your 20s by going bankrupt. Think about it. Now, older people, or middle-aged, come on, guys. You need to do something. And pulling money out of your house to save your butt is not the way to do it. If you have a problem, go and sell the house. Get some money behind you. Find a place to live. Start over. Get out of credit card debt. Right now, credit card percentages are anywhere from 27% to 30, even beyond 30%. So imagine the biggest debt that you have, or I should say, not the biggest debt, the highest interest rate is usually on this type of debt. And I know a lot of you out there going, oh, well, I'll just get rid of it. I can BK it off. Ain't that easy anymore. Let's continue. Interest rates on credit card debt is fresh record at 25%. The average consumer now is spending $1,600 a month on their credit card. I mean, is that a typo? That's kind of crazy. $1,600. People continue to fight inflation with credit card debt. Now, come on. Inflation's down to 3.1%? Bullshit. That is BS. We all know it. How can this last? Look at this chart, man. All-time high. I mean, we're not even close to the next high, right? We came here, boom, stimmies got us here, right? All the stimmies got us down here. Then all of a sudden, the printing of money got us down here. We got the government spending trillions of unwanted, unneeded garbage down here. And then, oh, time to pay. Oh, don't got it. That's, geez. Next. All right, again, the Kobesi ladder. Total U.S. household debt rises by $230 billion in Q3 of 2023 to a new record high of $17.29 billion. This just says every single one of you are adding so much more debt onto your books on a monthly basis. Hey, get to the voting polls. You got to change it now. This is not going to happen by you keep going to credit card debt or going to more debt on a monthly basis just to live your lifestyle. This isn't happening, and it's not a quick fix, guys. It's not at all. Let's break this down. Mortgage debt, $126 billion. Got it. But this what scares me. Plus $13 billion to $1.6 trillion in auto loans. Guys, auto loans aren't good. Okay. See the mortgage house? You have a good chance of having equity. In fact, almost everybody here has equity. Auto loans, all you're doing is losing money. It's a depreciating asset that continues to depreciate. Every year goes by, every mile you drive, this is a depreciating asset. This is an appreciating asset. Student loan debt. Well, we haven't collected that in forever, right? Come on. It's the largest debt. It's the largest asset on the books of the United States is $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. And we've just begun this, right? We just begun charging or paying it off, which you got to think younger generation doesn't, they haven't paid it for so long. Why friggin' pay it now? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's right. Joey B's going to go write it off. He writes it off. You're just going to pay for it in inflation. That's exactly what your attitude is. I care about me and I don't care about you. But just like I said with those $2,400 stimmy checks that you got, in 2021 when the new regime walked in, you paid for it at the pump. You doubled. I said it. You're going to pay a gallon at a time, and you're going to pay way more than the $2,400 you received. It's exactly what happened. Now you're paying what? An additional two. Anyone that has two cars in their household, and they're going to get gas every 4 or 5 days, you're going up $400 or $500 a month. Times that by Joey B's regime of 30 months. Boom, shakalaka, boom. You're looking at $15K. $15K more for that $2,400 stimmy check. Thank you very much. Credit card debt, $48 billion at one point. I mean, guys, I don't look at that. That's unsustainable. It's just unsustainable. Total U.S. debt is now up 21% in 3 years and rising rapidly. There is no way out of this except for bankruptcy for people out there, but don't make it too late. If you have home and equity, do not allow your equity to get sucked up and let the government or a government backed bank come in and foreclose on you. Sell your house, get your little pot of gold, and then take it somewhere and figure out a plan that you're going to survive until we see that something break or turn on us. All right. We're fighting inflation with debt. How can this end well? All right, guys, let's jump into the charts here of the interest rates. Well, I'm glad to see it. I thought we might see a big jump up because we saw the 10-year bond jump, but we actually didn't here. It's up 7.47%. It only went up 1 basis point. FHA went up 3 basis points. But I'm kind of happy that that's all it went up. We need to see another couple of days it going down, right? We want to see this go down. Can we get the 30-year FHA? It's all going to go over the numbers. We're going to do what we're going to have another unemployment round of numbers this week. The Fed's out there talking. Jerome's talking today. If he doesn't make headlines, guys, it's not bad or good. It's just indifferent. I'm hoping to see that if anything that Jerome Powell needs to say is that he's buying mortgage-backed securities. That's what I like for him to see. Okay? If he starts doing that, these rates are going to be cut by 1 point, guys. Right off the bat, shoop, cut off 1 point. If he doesn't go back to buying it, the risk falls on the holders of these, these big hedge funds. Then they're going to keep rates high because the risk factor is too great, even though they have the parachute of the government behind them if they go belly up. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I know that today is Tuesday. We're going to have another great show tomorrow. Check us out. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Other than that, peace out, and you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.